Before we get into the little disclaimer, a polite reminder that we have a live show on the 29th of November at the TRAMSHED Theatre in Woolwich. Tickets are still available and we would love to see you there. Head over to www.rbtwthepodcast.com to get your tickets now, or alternatively search for Read Between the Wines, the live one on Eventbrite. So, before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which you know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines. Feel like I'm at a fucking slumber party with these on.
We are, yeah. It feels almost like Christmas Eve.
I know, and I don't really do it this early, I told you.
No,
obviously
you
Christmas
don't.
was the last week was my one thing I would do for Christmas, but now look, I'm in Christmas pyjamas.
Here we are.
Because it's Sunday.
It is a Sunday.
Yeah, so new episode. Penultimate episode before the live show.
Before the live one for charity.
I know, yeah, so that's in so this will go out in the morning, so 5 days, right?
5 days time. 4 days time.
Well, Monday's a whole day.
Time. Yeah,
5 days. So 5 days to still grab your tickets and come and see us live at the TRAMSHED Theatre in Woolwich on the 29th of November, which is this coming Friday.
Indeed.
There's still a couple of tickets left, so as always, you can find us on Eventbrite, or I'm sure we've probably bombarded all of you with the links to the tickets now, but you can find it on www.rbtwthepodcast.com.
Yes, absolutely. Rush and buy your tickets now.
I'm very excited. We're nearly there. We
are nearly there.
Lots of planning and lots of hard work has gone into it, so we're so excited.
We are, yeah. I'm sure my excitement will turn into absolute nerves close to the time, but I'll be fine.
Well, just drink the drink.
Just
That's all I gotta
drink.
say.
Cheers.
Anyway, new week.
Yes.
I'd say it's been a busy week. Pod planning.
Yes, it has been. Yes, it's been
live show planning. So can you hear that fucking rain?
I know. Storm Bert is still here.
I know. I'm fucked off big time. Fucking ruined our gazebo. Ruined the hot tub. So now we've had to. Well, I'm not going to go into that because people don't need to hear that. But I'm fucking fuming with this weather.
Yeah, Storm Bert has ruined the country.
I feel like every time it rains and it constantly rains because my hair runs. So maybe I've got to dye my hair back.
Well, maybe. No, I don't think it's the universe telling you that.
Well, I ain't fucking doing it, even so.
Yeah, fuck you, universe.
But yeah, so this Friday, I'm really excited. Props are ready. Audience merch. Is it merch?
Yeah,
audience,
merch.
Maybe some audience freebies. There
Indeed,
we go.
Yeah.
Are ready. Merch is ready. Drinks, nearly there.
Yeah, so get your drinks ready.
And confessions, spicy confessions. Obviously, if anybody that is coming or has got tickets to the show that's listening to this episode and wants something spicy read out, please just DM one of us.
Yeah, you know where to find us.
Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, other than that, how's your week been?
It has been a busy week, obviously, with the pod planning, preparing for it all, but it's going well. The world hasn't set on fire. It may have blown away, but it's not set on fire.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'll need a holiday after this live. Ooh. But still, we enjoy it.
Maybe we need to check ourselves into
like a rehab.
Afterwards.
Amount of wine.
Well, there we go.
Well, we totaled up, didn't we? How much bottles of wine that we've drunk? No, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to tell anyone how many bottles of wine have been consumed since the start of this podcast. But it will be in some form in the opening.
It will be
intro of the live. So yeah, have a little guess. Before we go into the episode and the news, there are a few people that we want to shout out this week that have been really kind in plugging the live show, sharing it on their social media, including us in their events lineups. It's really beneficial to us, and it's getting our name out there amongst the LGBTQ plus community. Absolutely. In and around London, the UK, and wherever. So the first one is Gay London Life, so thank you so much for including us in your events lineup. That really means a lot to us, and it's lovely to see our poster and our event up there with lots of other events.
Absolutely,
in the community. So thank you so much. Second one, Queer Greenwich.
Yes, Queer Greenwich.
So thank you also for sharing our content and sharing our event. We really, really appreciate it. Queer London is another one. So did I say that right?
I think so. Hey Queer London.
Hey Queer London. I thought I wrote Hey Queer London on here, but I was like, did I accidentally write Hey? So I'm sorry. Hey Queer London. Thank you so much. And then finally, LGBTQ plus Greenwich.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much, and thank you for anyone within any of those organisations that have bought tickets. We're really excited to see you on the night.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
We hope we live up to your expectation, which I hope is very low.
Yeah, so the bar low.
Just to get on to some news.
Yeah, let's go for the news.
I feel like we're starting in a really sad one, but this is obviously a continuation of the events of the last few weeks. But Liam Payne's funeral took place this week, with his faces including the 1D boys, Simon Cowell, Marvin and Michelle Humes, and Cheryl being in attendance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saw some of the footage, didn't we? Which was awful.
We did, yeah. Very, very sad.
Very sad occasion. Summer Lee Morrison, who is an air hostess, she hit the headlines this week and has subsequently been suspended by, I think it was British Airways, as she revealed to her followers on Instagram, which is over 10,000, that she was carrying on her flight Liam Payne's coffin. And she shared the itinerary.
Oh, wow.
I mean, come on, girl. Come on. Like, that was a stupid thing to do. And also so insensitive as well. So
absolutely.
I get it's a big deal. And I don't think she meant it in, like, any form of malice or for attention. She was just saying that it's really sad that they were carrying a coffin on their flight that day. And then what shocked her even more and made her even more sad was Liam Payne's. Fine. Don't share it on Instagram. Let the family don't need to see that either.
Absolutely not. And you just know the fans and people who were maybe not fans are just going to try him off the plane and just hold it up, and that's just very insensitive. Yeah.
Very tragic, very tragic. Oh God, I feel like we've not got much cheer in the news this week. Tearful Adele was pictured kissing her son Angelo and her fiancé Rich Paul as she gave an emotional speech during her final Vegas show this weekend. And she recalls the worst year of her life, being 2022, after she had to cancel her residency. So we knew that this was coming. Obviously, when we was in Munich and watched it,
exactly.
We wonder when the shows would wrap up. So yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah,
she'll be taking a long break. However, we don't know rumours. Well, there is rumours.
Rumour has it
that she might be doing a little bit of a London residency next year, which I don't know how I feel about that, because there's also rumours that Beyonce will be hitting the road on tour. So there's too many people that I love.
Unless it's the same time.
Oh, it can't be.
Maybe Adele's going to be in support.
No, I can't. They're friends.
Can you imagine that?
There's no way they would tour at the same time. They wouldn't tread on each other's toes. But yeah. Hopefully it's the same time as Oasis, and then at least it gives me somebody else to talk about. That's for sure. All right, so keeping with celebs, slightly more funnier one.
Okay.
There was a Zayn Malik. This is one of your news stories. There was a Zayn Malik lookalike contest in New York City last week, I believe, which ended in absolute chaos after the results of the lookalike contest was revealed on social media. Apparently, first place, according to the 1D fans, looked nothing like Zayn Malik. And what hit the headlines even more, which I think is fucking great, is a lesbian took second place.
Well done to our lesbian
sisters. Yeah, I did look at her. She did look like Zayn Malik.
She did, yeah. They really did look alike, so well done. Louis Tomlinson, I can understand.
Well, yeah, because he is a lesbian. He does remind me of a lesbian. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
But when he was in 1D, he looked like a...
He did.
He did. Oh, either that or like Niall. You could have just put Ellen DeGeneres in there, couldn't you? No one would have batted an eyelid.
Maybe they could do a whole lesbian tribute band of One Direction.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it would be lesbian Harry Styles.
I don't know. It'd have to be someone like...
Big mop of hair.
Yeah. I don't know.
Can't think of anyone.
Got to think this one through.
Yeah.
So you got but I don't know. Yeah.
I think someone from like Coronation Street, like back in the 80s.
Gail Platt.
Yeah.
Oh god.
There we go. You heard it here first, folks.
She quit Corrie, so she's up for work.
Well, there we go. She ain't got no work. She's available, you know. We can call it what?
I think her name's Helen Worth, isn't it? So let's reach out to her and tell her we've got a proposition for her. Anyway, yeah, they did make me laugh. Keeping with something that really made me laugh this week, Jeremy Vine Now, if you've not heard of this story this week, please go to YouTube and type it in. It's fucking hilarious. In fact, don't go to YouTube actually, because we've got the clip here. But Channel 5 presenter Jeremy Vine made an on-air gaffe this week by saying he was bisexual when he meant, is it ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, for fuck's sake, they don't even remotely sound similar.
I mean, surely you know what. Like, it's got sexual in the
I don't know. But shall we roll the clip
let's
and let's
listen to it? It's hilarious.
Have a listen yourselves and let us know what you think. This is Jeremy Vine accidentally coming out on Channel 5.
Yeah, what about that? So I've just got to remember not to say toilet. I've been saying toilet.
No, yes.
What else? Anything else you've discovered recently? You've thought, I need to be hot on this.
Well, I think etiquette, what people maybe don't understand is etiquette has to evolve. It would be ridiculous if people like me were sort of still trying to get people to do really antiquated things. And of course, well, you are left-handed. I noticed when you were doing your drawing.
I'm is it bisexual? What is it?
I don't know if you're bisexual. Well, you could be. I don't know, Jeremy. Ambidextrous.
No, but it's not.
Well, that's one fucking conversation he's got to have with his wife when he gets home.
Such a gaff. What a gaff.
It doesn't even sound remotely like. I'd understand if it was like I don't know what's similar to ambidextrous, but bisexual.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Surely you can't be that unaware in the world.
I don't know. It made me fucking laugh though.
Well, there we go. Thanks for coming out, Jeremy Vine.
I love that the other guy though is like, I don't know whether you're bisexual. You might be, but it's like he was just trying to keep it like neutral. But then Jeremy Vine's like, no, like shut up, you idiot.
Oh dear.
Jeremy Vine. God, that was fucking funny though. Wasn't it?
It was a hilarious.
Maybe
clip.
it was. I mean, that's not. I'd hardly say that's a Freudian slip.
Well, maybe it was genuinely him coming out.
Well, maybe. You know, like when I was a kid at school, and obviously I was trying to like not let anybody know that I was probably a little bit feminine or a little bit gay. Some people would shout the word gay, and then I'd look around and think, oh shit, I've blown my cover. Like, I feel like that's what he's done. He's naturally said it because he thinks that he is. Maybe he was like thinking it and accidentally say it. British people do that all the time.
Yeah,
they
we do.
Think things and they say it. That's how it gets me in trouble half the time.
There we go.
Oh well, Jeremy Vine, welcome to the fold.
Welcome to the community.
We'll have you up on stage on Friday. Oh god, I don't know. They did make me laugh. What?
It was. I don't know. As someone who's clearly quite educated and established broadcaster, it just baffles me that he could be quite so.
I don't know though, because he's of an older generation. I remember once when I was going for, well, my granddad used to try and make me play golf, and I was like, fuck's sake, I don't want to fucking play this crap. And not my granddad, not the one that I'm really close with. Another one.
Right. Okay.
Another one. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
He tried to make me go to golf once, and then we went to a driving range, and he asked the guy that was next to us if they wanted a freeway. Now he doesn't mean fucking threesome. He's just a little bit older and doesn't understand what that meant.
Well, no, because the freeway is something a golfing term, right?
Oh.
Yeah, a freeway is like a free path on a.
No, but he said, "Shall we have a freeway?"
Oh, right, I see.
Oh,
okay.
for fuck's sake! For years now, I've found that funny, and you've just ruined my memory now.
No, if he said it like that, then yeah, he didn't mean a freeway.
What does it mean in golf terms now?
Oh,
it's the horror film. That fucking clown film we were watching earlier. I swear to God, that fucking music's scaring me. Watch, I'm going to open up the running order for this episode now, and it's going to do it again. Sorry.
Well, at least it's in theme of our.
What was it?
Christmas
The Clown
episode.
Cafe.
The Clown
Oh my God! If no one's watched The Terrifier on Amazon Prime, you have to fucking watch it.
Yeah.
We watched the first film, the second one, and then the third one tonight, and that's what that is.
It is the
honestly the music scared the shit out of me last night, and I can't get out. Look, see, they're following me now.
It is quite ridiculous in its premise and some of the parts of the film, but it is also very good.
I find the clown quite charismatic.
He's got a good personality.
I quite fancy that clown a little bit.
Well, I've had worse dates.
I like it in the latest episode, in the latest film, when he's like, it was like, ooh, and he's like.
Oh, they're talking about him behind his back. It doesn't know you're there.
No, they were saying how pretty it is, and he's like, stop. Then he saws their head off.
Well, there we go.
No, I like that clan. I like that clan. Good clan. Well, sorry for that. I hope no one's scared of horror movies, because, yeah, that music is fucking scary.
Okay, back to Three Ways.
Yeah. Last one, Kylie Minogue's legal team are considering legal action against Aldi this week after the pop princess is left fuming with rage after Aldi's rosé wine knockoff. Aldi, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The bottle, the label, and even the font bear a striking resemblance to the I Could Be So Lucky singer's famous tipple.
Wow.
Get over yourself. Also, that wine, like, this is just my opinion, but that wine is fucking rank. The Kylie one.
Yeah.
It is rank.
Yeah.
I remember having it in Rupert Street, and then someone bought me a bottle, like, ages ago, and it's just rotten.
Yeah, it's not
It is rotten.
I'm not a... You know, I do drink wine, obviously. That's why I'm here.
It is a wine fucking podcast.
But that... And white wine I can be a bit particular about, but that was horrible.
Well, no, they do different flavours as well. It's not just white, they do rosé as well, and it's fucking rank. So, sorry, Kylie, I think your wine's rank.
We'll be sticking to Whispering Angel.
Yeah. But I'm sure the Aldi one's nice.
Well, yeah,
All
I'm
the
sure it
knockoffs
is.
are always nice.
Yeah. Well, it's not that dissimilar to... Remember that perfume bottle we saw in... I can't remember where. That looked exactly like...
Weren't that today?
Yeah.
They look like the Thierry Mugler bottle. Yeah, people fucking do it all the time.
They do it all the time.
Yeah. Fucking rip-offs.
Can't have an original thought.
Oh, no. Well, anyway, yeah, news. Jeremy Vine one steals it for me. But yeah, holiday season.
Indeed. Yeah, we are in
Santa
the
outfits.
festive spirit.
Hided with my big gay pillow.
Big gay pillows, yeah, but, you know, check our TikToks.
Well, I did say that we would do, like, last week's episode would be the little intro to Christmas, and that was as far as it was going to go for me, but clearly not. I mean,
maybe we can do the 12 episodes of Read Between the Wines for Christmas.
Well, has it been the festive period, and it's time, well, I suppose it's party season.
Indeed, it is,
Party season, dress up, fancy dress.
Hooking up with someone you shouldn't be at the Christmas party.
Perfect season for fun and role play.
There we go.
See, now we're making it a bit spicy. As we make everything filthy on this
all
podcast,
the time.
There was a news story this week which, in the run-up to the festive season, and it being a season for fancy dress, dressing up, role play, etc., there was a news story which asked a group of people what their fantasies or role play, you know, what their favourite one is in the lead up to the festive period. And this article come up with 6 fantasies that are hot to role play but are not hot in real life. So in theory, things that you would find if you were to think of role play as maybe hot or sexy, but actually in reality when you do it,
right, okay,
not at all.
Okay.
Having a guess of any of them?
I mean, I'm guessing, like, and again, this is a very heterosexual one, but like...
Oh, to caveat that, this is gays.
Right, okay, fine.
This is a gays.
Fine.
This is, they asked a group of gay people.
Okay.
Thank fuck you said that.
Because we could have gone on to a very different subject.
We will. We will.
Okay. I'm going to say shower sex. Is that on there?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
No. Yeah, not really.
Or like, I'm thinking like the bathroom scene from, what's that film? Oh, I can't think of that French film that had the really...
Amelie.
No, like a sexy... There was... I don't know, I'll research it. We'll come back next week and tell you.
What
but
French film? I don't watch French films.
there was a really famous film a couple of years ago where there was a gay sex scene in a bathtub that everyone raved about at the time. I'm sure it was French. I think it was French. Or
It
Spanish.
sounds French.
Anyway.
No, it's not.
That's
it's
not in
not. I suppose it's like, well, shall I just read them?
Let's read them.
First one is sorry, not auto. I said that wrong. Self-fellatio.
Oh.
While the idea of self-sucking seems very hot to some people, if you're not a contortionist or be extremely flexible, there is no way this fantasy of yours will ever be brought to life. And most guys that can do it confirm that self-sucking feels more like giving a blowjob than receiving one. Now, I don't understand in what world anyone would want to, like, pleasure themselves. Well, I say pleasure themselves. I mean, like, would you spend the evening sucking yourself off?
I don't think. Well, I'm certainly not flexible enough. But even if I was, I don't think I'd even consider it. It's something you kind of might try, like when you were a kid, just to see if you could do it.
Is that what you did?
No.
That you did that,
I did never do that.
Yes, you did.
Maybe I tried once.
Well, and then you settled for the carrot instead.
Then I got carried to A&E because I broke my back.
Well, that's what I mean. I'd end up getting like tied in myself in a knot or something.
Yeah, it's like lockjaw, but like lock hips.
Have you ever had lockjaw?
No.
Oh, fuck me.
We'll leave that story there.
Well, maybe not lockjaw, but like... where
Clamp down hard on something.
Where it hurts. Oh, God.
So I can do many things.
That's why I get... No. That's why I get those splits there. Because my mouth is too wide.
It sounds like a really bad version of like how the Joker from Batman got his smile.
Well, he was giving head to a girthy clown.
Exactly, yeah.
Fucking hell. Well, yeah, I don't know. Ladies, if you're listening to this, would you sit there and lick your fanny of an evening? Maybe they would, though, because they, like a lot of my female friends say that obviously a woman would know how to get to the bit more than most men does. But then I suppose it's the truth with men as well. We know our way around.
Well, yeah, indeed, yeah. Also, nowadays, there's toys that can do it for you, like just...
Or, you know that video that we showed ages ago we spoke about, the man that fucked the fish?
Yeah, exactly. Well, there we go.
Don't work in an aquarium. All right, let's move on to that. Bukkake sessions.
Is that like a circle?
Well, this is a really maybe it's a really naive thing for me to say, but obviously I've watched porn before and stuff, and I've always seen like the phrase bukkake, and I actually didn't know what it meant because I thought that don't sound like the sort of thing I'd be interested in. So I actually didn't know. I was today years old.
Okay. Yeah.
So 35 years old when I actually found out today what bukkake is. So the practice of bukkake is a sexual activity where a group of men masturbate and shoot their load onto another person's face or in their open mouth. Don't sit there pretending that you're learning as well.
No,
I
knew the word.
And how?
Well, because I researched it at the time. Not the time of me doing it, just to be clear. But
it originates in Japanese porn movies from the early 80s. Needless to say, one should consider the serious health hazards the practice poses to the individual.
Now, I have learned something there.
What?
I didn't realise it was Japanese. I thought it was like an Italian word.
Bukkake?
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
Doesn't sound very Italian.
Bukkake.
Oh my God, it's not. Well, maybe it is, I don't know, but it originated in Japan.
Well, there we go. I did learn something today.
You're dirty. Looked like a glazed donut. Like, you know that original Krispy Kreme? Look at him, he's had a bukkake.
Oh, here comes the human glazed donut.
I know a few men like that. I bet that's what they say to me when I walk into work. Oh my God. I do not. No. I'm not a human glazed donut. No. Don't even fucking like donuts. Next one, you said shower, but this is having sex in public places. So this is one of the most common sexual fantasies amongst men and women. But for the purposes of this, it's gay men.
Okay.
Audacious people who love the thrill of trespassing the moral laws and love to do it on things like airplanes, in public parks, on the beach. Although it sounds exciting and naughty to turn this fantasy into reality, the main reason why you shouldn't do it is that you might face legal ramifications if you get caught. Now, get this one, do understand this one. Yeah. If you're being outside, that kind of is quite fun. I understand that, but yeah, agree.
Yeah.
In reality, when you're caught by the park ranger, where the fuck do I think we are?
Toilet attendant.
Yes, see?
All sorts of disaster.
Well, didn't we a couple of episodes ago we were speaking about it, weren't we? Like there was like a guide to doing it, and it was like choose your time.
Oh yeah,
and your place.
Yeah.
So this is a little caveat for that one. Choose your time and your place.
Well, there we go. For all you cruisers out there listening.
God. The next one is your boyfriend being fucked by other people. So this is quite a controversial fantasy because even if they hate the idea of being cheated on, some people fantasize about their partners having sex with other people. The only acceptable way to act out this fantasy is if both partners agree on trying swingers lifestyle, polyamory, sex clubs, etc., etc., etc. Fine. I don't understand this one. I am very much a one-man band. I don't like the... I've never been the type of person that likes to share anyway.
No.
So, but I do know people that are into that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and like the idea of
some
their
people do
partner
practice
being...
that, but I don't know. I couldn't. I couldn't.
Maybe they should send their partners to a bukkake party. Come back with a glazed face.
But then they miss out on actually watching. Is it? I wonder if it's the watching or knowing.
Well, I suppose it's a bit of both, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose
It's
so.
a bit of both.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, if I don't know, I would never have this fantasy, but if I did, I would like to think that I would want to watch it, because what's the point in just knowing it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unless you come home and you open it.
No. Either way.
I'd be like, you ain't getting in my clean sheets.
No way. Go and get yourself in the shower.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then the last one is fucking funny, this one. So the last one, according to this survey of gay people on fantasies that are hot to roleplay but not in real life, is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
And someone's wrote, I mean, he's kind of hot, right? But I think we can all agree it's better to stay the hell away. In general, most sexual fantasies could be okay given that it's between two or more consenting adults. However, one should consider the risk factors these fantasies thrive on, the illegal activities, sexual deviances, aggression and torture. So my advice would be just be careful on what you wish for. Now, imagine putting that on your Tinder profile. I'm into Jeffrey Dahmer.
I like being stalked and
I like being taken home, drugged, and then like eaten alive. I mean, the eaten alive bit sounds fun.
bring your best plastic bag and pop it over my head. No,
Jeffrey Dahmer was not attractive.
No, there was
The actor was that played him in that Netflix one.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, and I didn't really get that. Like, I still think he looked a little bit weird, but obviously he was meant to because he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. But yeah, there we go.
I mean, for this holiday season, I'm not going to be acting out a Jeffrey Dahmer fantasy. Oh well, yeah. So that was from a gay guy's perspective.
And
so
there we go.
Some little fantasies that are hot in theory but not in practice. Would you try any of them?
I don't know if I would try any of those. Maybe the outdoor one, but that's about it.
Not bukkake.
Not bukkake. No, not bukkake.
No Jeffrey Dahmer. Little J Diddy.
I think.
Oh no, that's
Not that far off, to be fair.
J Diddy or P Diddy. Yeah, don't know which one's worse nowadays.
Time will tell. Trial will tell. But yeah, I think those are very particular niches. Yeah.
Niche fantasies.
Yeah, they are.
I'd be curious to meet someone that has a Jeffrey Dahmer like kink.
Maybe, yeah.
You know.
We'll get them on the show next episode.
Yeah, there we go. Little public advert out there for Jeffrey Dahmer enthusiasts.
Maybe we'll get a confession in soon.
Well, who knows? Well, that was from a gay guy's perspective, but it's not fun just to talk about the gays. We like equal opportunities and equal measures on this podcast.
Of course.
A similar survey was asked to a bunch of straight guys.
Okay.
So this is a little bit different. So this was a survey that was asked to a bunch of straight guys what their gay fantasies or role plays are, but obviously things that they would never admit to their heterosexual partners, which I found quite interesting. I have to admit, some of these are more juicier than the gays.
So you do more of the straight versions than you would do?
Yes, I definitely would do more. Yeah, it's quite a few. Any like as a former, I say former. We've both had girlfriends before, but can you have a hazard a guess as to any straight guy fantasy that he would have? Maybe about gays.
I'm guessing like changing rooms. Something about changing rooms, locker rooms.
Yeah. You're onto something with that one.
I don't know what else. Maybe getting a blowjob from a guy. Maybe that's a bit too specific, but
I think that you're on the right path.
On the right path.
Sound like you've been writing this article.
I'm just trying to think of all those like weird, like
Weird?
not weird,
What's weird about a guy sucking off another guy, Danny?
nothing at all. I'm very keen on it.
God fucking hell. All right, let's run through them. So this survey, so I think we've got the top 5 or top 6 of fantasies, gay fantasies that straight boys have that they would never admit to their girlfriends or whoever. First one is I want my girlfriend to watch me do it with a dude. In this particular case, straight guys would rather admit that they'd slept with a grizzly bear than have fantasies about doing it with another man in the presence of their girlfriend. If she finds out he wants her to watch while he's getting hard in the passionate arms of a male sex partner, he'll most probably use the same old classic lame excuse, oh, maybe it'll bring the two of us close together, all that shit.
Yes, I'm sure it will be you two closer together.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand that one a little bit.
Maybe.
When
I can understand why you'd have that fantasy. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Like, I'm not like that clued up on heterosexual relationships, but I don't think that would bring me closer together.
No, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
no.
babe, I've got something to tell you. This weekend,
I've got Keith coming down.
Yeah, I want you to watch me and Peter get on each other, because it's going to bring us closer together. Okay, hun.
Maybe if you're lucky, we'll do a bukkake afterwards.
Yeah. Oh. God. Next one. The fantasy of my doctor sticks 2 fingers into my butthole, but not to check my prostate. Playing doctor is another very common sexual fantasy. Can it get any gayer than dreaming of a male doctor who unexpectedly decides to examine your private parts? Straight guys who frequently have this gay fantasy, obviously role play aficionados, the men are quite prone to infidelity, allegedly. They often look for something fresh to add to their sexual routine. Girls may expect a partner with such sex fantasy might turn to men for real.
There we go. Well,
do pornos like that though, don't they?
Yeah, well, they do pornos like that. Yeah.
Let's give you an examination.
And we've mentioned quite a few sexy doctors that we follow and we watch on YouTube.
Wait 1 minute. What about that sexy? What was that chiropractor? What the fuck's his name?
Tyler.
Oh my
Big
fucking
One
good
or something like that.
It's not Big One. That doctor is a chiropractor. I don't know. Is that a doctor?
I think it's a kind of doctor. Yeah.
Potato, it's all the same thing. That fucking doctor is. He's handsome.
What, Brad Schaefer as well? We talked about Brad Schaefer.
Oh yeah, Brad Schaefer. Yeah,
quite
he's
a few
good.
hot doctors.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind one of them two in that little fantasy.
There we go.
But yeah, that one sounds incredibly pornographic. That's a fantasy, but I've got visions of them going. You know, like putting the glove on. God. Well, this next one is similar to what you said. A guy from my football team sucked my dick in the locker room. So is there anything more masculine than a bunch of guys hunting wild boar in the forest or taking a shower together after a rough football game they've just won? Actually, this gay fantasy, in its roots in the stereotypical high school gym sex fantasy, while you're still sexually inexperienced young guy fantasizing about having sex with a fellow college or university student, your preference was a normal way to explore taboos. That's why the locker room triggers a particularly enticing mood for some men. Now, I want to be in that locker room.
So me too.
I do understand that one though.
I do as well.
There is like, I suppose even as a straight guy, when you hear they all get in the shower. Because I saw a clip, I haven't been watching I'm a Celebrity, but Danny from McFly said on The Jungle this week that him and the boys, after a concert, used to all get in the shower together.
Oh, right.
Or get in the bath together. Now that's quite hot sounding, isn't it? All of McFly together.
There we go. That's another fantasy going on that list.
Well, yeah, see? So I understand. I do that one.
Yeah,
I understand why that would be a fantasy.
Yeah, me too. I would agree with you. Yeah.
The next one is I gladly let other men stare at my bulge. While emptying the bladder after 5 beers in the toilet, a straight man pretends not to be interested in what's going on in the urinal next to him. Checking other men's penises is a belittling act, making straight men look gayish. What's more, it can be quite dangerous. What if someone even straighter than yourself decides you're making a move on him, yet heterosexuals often daydream of other men eyeing up their one-eyed snake while in public restrooms? Exhibitionist fantasies also start in the childhood and live on into adulthood. There's always that when you're in a urinal, and I don't like to use urinals, but if I do, I do. But like everyone is like deadpan straight, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And the slightest glance over automatically means you.
Although I suppose at the end of the night, when everyone's pissed, you just. Is that all you got?
Come and take a look at this one.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. This one makes me feel a bit sick.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, as well, like you're right. I know. Again, there's a big fantasy with some people around piss play.
Yeah, but that's that. I can understand that. That's like.
I don't want to see.
But there's
it.
part of like. I think that's a bit. That's different. I think there's like a dom sub element to that. There's an element of humiliation in that. I think it's very different, and that sort of fantasy would take place. Well, it wouldn't take place in a pub toilet,
right, yeah.
Whereas this would, unless they bend down and drink from the tap. Done that in a couple of pornos.
Again, comes back to the old pornos.
But I mean, guys just don't like to look down, do they, when they're in the urinal?
No, yeah, no, of course.
Don't really have that in gay bars, funny enough.
No, you don't. No.
It's just like, all right. Do you want me to shake it for you? Oh God, straight people are funny. And the last one is probably the most well-known one: is masturbating to gay porn. Many straight men don't fantasize about it; they actually do it. And because they do it, in brackets, mostly secretly, that means they actually fantasise about participating. A recent survey shown that straight men prefer watching porn showing twinks performing oral or masturbating. In their fantasy, effeminate boys or pretty boys represent substitute women. This again can be used as a perfect excuse for a straight guy to get a boner when dreaming about making out with a young, pretty little twink in his 20s. And scene, it says.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's a.
I'm not sure how women would feel about being called a twink, being a substitute for a woman. And I'm also not sure how twinks would feel about that as well, because I know a few people that would identify as twinks,
right.
But I don't know if they'd identify as being a substitute woman or feminine in any way.
No, that's an interesting one. I don't know, but
I don't get the whole twink thing. I don't understand it.
Well, for a long time, I didn't even realise it was to do with age.
Neither did I. I called myself a twink once, a couple of weeks ago actually, in the company of some friends. They were pissing themselves laughing. I was like, excuse me. Practically am. Oh, that was what it was, because when I had my hair, when I dyed my hair and I forgot to put the pink in and it was like midnight, and then I remembered I had things to do the next day. I said to my friends, there was me at midnight realising that I was looking like a little twink. Ronnie, you're 35.
Oh dear.
Little Twinkie. You partial to a little twink?
No, not anymore.
Anymore? I don't understand that fascination. I just don't get it. Like, I'd prefer like a man. Or a woman. Yeah, not a twink.
Okay.
This little spiky head. Little spiky head boys in their little tank tops. Or crop tops. I mean, if it works for you, then it works for you, right?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Any of those straight fantasies, out of the lot of them, which one would you resonate with the most if you had to pick one? Take being gay out of the picture.
Yeah.
Go back. Let's rewind 10 years.
Yeah. I think
and I'll do the same.
I think the changing room one. Like, I'm pretty sure I was like obviously in the gym or like.
Did you go to an all-boys school?
I went to an all-boys school as well.
Oh, see, look, you had all that. I didn't have all that.
But yeah, always kind of.
What was you going around sniffing all the jock straps?
You didn't see the school I went to.
Was it a Jewish school?
No, it wasn't. No. C of E.
C of E. So it was Church of England.
It was a Christian school. Yeah, it was good.
Well, if it's a Christian school, I would hope you weren't going around sniffing their underwear and their jock straps.
No, that was what the chaplain did every week.
You want to keep that in? We'll keep that in, and you can take the hit for that. I'm not affiliated with that view. I don't know. I avoided the locker room like the plague when I was at school because I hated sports, so I never did that. But yeah, I get it.
I think like now as an older person, like as an older, not as a kid, but as in my mid-20s.
You're not in your mid-20s.
When I was in my mid-20s.
Who are you kidding on this podcast?
I got told I looked very young the other day.
Not 20.
I can dream.
People that watch this, listen to this podcast, also see our videos. We don't look like we're in our 20s, although we look like a pair of idiots in these little jammies.
No one was there. It was next week.
I think out of all them, like if I was to rewind 10 years, well, not even 10 years actually, 10 minutes, I would probably like the Doctor one. I quite like.
The Doctor one was also close second to it.
Although I don't really want anyone sticking 2 fingers up my pie, to be honest. I'm like, go away, you ain't doing that to me. Fine, I'm fine. As I've said to you before, that's not the way to impress me. You're not sticking 2 fingers up my arse. You buy me a bottle of champagne. Take me to your champagne cellar. Take me to a champagne bar. That is what is going to get me off. Not 2 fingers. 2 fingers lifting the flute and towards my mouth. Yes. 2 fingers going into my anus. No.
I think.
But all the idea of it being a sexy doctor does sound quite hot.
There we go. Yeah, maybe giving you a.
I really want that chiropractor. I'm going to have to go all the way to California just to see him. He is fine.
He's a very good looking man.
He's so hot.
Very good looking man.
Oh yeah. Was he in Sacramento? Somewhere like that?
Irvin.
Oh, Irvin. I don't know. Could go to California in a couple of months. Well, I'm planning on going there anyway in February.
There we go. It's a little drive up.
The masturbate's gay porn. I think everyone does that.
Oh, I mean, that's also a gateway into coming out, I suppose.
Well, you would think, wouldn't you? But then I also don't know, though, because I know some women that say that they watch lesbian porn as well.
There we go.
But they don't identify as lesbians.
Okay, well.
Maybe it's just like an education piece.
Maybe.
You never know.
I think the bottom of that list would definitely be the urinal. I'd avoid that.
What, you'd avoid the urinals?
Avoid the...
Oh no, I mean at the end of the night, if no one's none the wiser, I might
clear off
have a little look.
Clear off the drakes.
It's when you're there and someone's got a she-wee on, you think, oh shit, I shouldn't have looked. Oh, urinals are fucking grotty though, aren't they?
Oh, they are, yeah.
No, I don't mind the individual ones, but when you go to like especially gay bars like Rupert Street and you've got that trough,
yeah, and
it makes me feel sick that you're standing there and someone that's pissing in the opposite, like the end of the room, their piss travels past you because you're by the drain.
Yeah.
It makes me feel fucking sick. You know what else I hate? Those little cubes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That they put in the urinals.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think they've got a name. I remember finding out what the name of them was once, but
would you eat one of those for £100,000?
Aren't they called cakes?
They're called cakes.
They're called cakes.
Would you eat one for £100,000?
Absolutely no way.
What are they made of? Like lemon?
It's soap or something. It's some kind of soapy thing, I think.
Oh god.
Either way, they're disgusting. No, I wouldn't put them anywhere near me.
Well, straights, gays, whoever you are, we love your fantasies.
Well, there we go. Yeah.
I would say we can elaborate on some of those next week.
Maybe, yeah. Let's have a look.
Well, at the live pod. Yeah. Anyone fancies a bukkake session? Hit us up. On that note, shall we listen to some slutty confessions?
It's time for confessions. Here we go.
Let's write it. Well, I would say that it will be a nice little vanilla confession segment, but whenever is it like that?
No one will ever believe you if you did tell them that. Let's be honest.
If you have any confessions or anything, and it can be anonymous, and you want us to read them out on the live show, please send us a message.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way that I can do it so you can make it anonymous. Leave that with me. I will put a link on one of our TikTok or Instagram posts this week.
Yeah.
So we will put something out where people can make an anonymous confession. So yeah, we'd love to hear from you. But if you don't want to be anonymous and you just want to send it in, then please do that as well.
Yeah.
We love to read them out.
Obviously,
there'll be some confessions from us on the night as well.
Yeah.
We are starting to collate some really juicy ones for the live. So this was a really hard segment this week because we're seeing some and we're like, do we leave them in for the episode or do we read them out on the night? So we've been sifting through. So yeah, we've got a mix of
Yes.
confessions for the night and for this episode.
So, yeah,
So
send them in if you can.
first one, oh God, fucking hell. But before I read these confessions out, we did say that we would try and tone some of them down for the live pod. That, in theory, this is going back to this. In theory, that sounds like a good idea, but in practice, it is fucking impossible.
Exactly.
So we've tried to tone these down for the live, and we just can't.
No, we can't. Our listeners wouldn't want us to.
No. So on that note, the first one's title is "I stole my mum's underwear and tasted her pussy juices." I wasn't. I told you that they were going to be bad.
Normally there's like an ease in, but
God.
that's okay. Here we go.
This is disgusting. My mother has just returned from a long, sweaty workout and left them in the washer. I took them out of the dirty laundry, and I couldn't resist sniffing them, which made me really aroused. Before licking the part that was touching her vagina. I feel really, really disgusted at myself, but it was turning me on and it was driving me crazy. I ejaculated instantly. Oh, I mean, this is not okay.
No.
Guy, whatever gets you off. You can buy used underwear somewhere on OnlyFans or the internet, but not your parents.
That's the step too far.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
My advice would be, thank you for always a good confession.
Yeah.
I think you might need some therapy.
I think you might do, yeah.
And if you're listening to this, I would say stop listening to this and maybe watch some Dr. Phil.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we can't help you.
Yeah, that's a little bit too close to home.
I mean, again, that's another thing, isn't it? Like, dirty, sweaty underwear is kind of what gets some people off. But then there is a fine line between liking dirty, musky, sweaty underwear
and tasting your mother's pussy juice.
Oh, God. Mother's juice.
Okay. Yeah. I think I gave that up when I stopped breastfeeding.
God. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Okay, next one. Let's sip myself in for this. You pour me some more wine, please. So he says, I wore the same nappy for 72 hours. Nappy. My boyfriend told me about 2 weeks ago that he has a fetish for girls in diapers, it's a girl, and asked if I would wear a nappy for him. I agreed, so he went to the shops, bought a nappy and put it on me. I worked from home and he was going away for 3 days with some of his mates, so told me not to take the nappy off until he got back, no matter how much it smelt, but he wanted me to do it. So the 3 days went by, I obviously pissed in it a lot, and had a total of 5 shots in there. I'm assuming she means shits.
Yeah, I would have mentioned so.
I think she spelled it wrong. It was really full, even leaking out. But I kept it on like I was told. When I slept, oh my God. When I slept, my shit would leak out onto the sheets.
Oh God.
But I kept it on. When he got back, he laid me down and took it off, exposing a ton of shit and piss.
That is just
I'm not finished. He then wouldn't let me... Oh my God, I can't read the rest of this. He then wouldn't let me wipe my shitty ass and licked it clean before plating up 2 portions for us both. He mixed it in with spaghetti and made sure I ate all of mine. He told me he wants to do it again, but leave it on for a week. I don't think I want to say yes.
Do not
don't
say yes. Leave him.
Yes. Oh my God. That reminds me of the 2 girls, 1 cup thing that went viral ages ago.
Yeah.
I've heard of some bad confessions on this podcast, but that's got to be up there with one of the most rankest ones we've ever had.
I'm going to have to look at bolognese a totally different way from now on. That's disgusting.
Good, because it's... I'm kind of glad, to be honest, because I like spaghetti bolognese, but it doesn't do much for my waist size. So maybe now, maybe that's the way forward.
Oh, God. No.
The only way that would be acceptable in my eyes is if you were serving that up to a cheating partner.
There we go.
Now I can
Perfect
get behind
revenge.
with you dumping into the mince.
Perfect revenge.
But this one...
Oh, the rank.
Do you know what? They're all bad this week. I'm not going to lie. The next one. Hi, I don't know if this really counts as a slutty confession, but I felt quite slutty doing it, so here you go. I went to the doctor's because I recently felt a small lump in my breast. When I got there, I saw a random doctor because my regular one wasn't there, and this doctor had a medical student sitting in with him. I described what had been going on, and the doctor asked if he could have a feel just to check that I was okay. He also asked if it was okay if the med student could stay and observe, and I said yes. He was around my age and looked very nervous, but also very, very cute. So I take my top off, and the doctor has a feel. I could see the student just staring directly at my chest, and he's even blushing a little bit. Once the doctor was done, I looked at the student and asked if he wanted to have an examine himself too, so he could learn. And he instantly said yes. He comes over, doesn't even put the gloves on, and basically just gropes me. I smiled at him the whole time, and he could just tell he hadn't ever really played with someone's titties before. I went home all wet and happy, hoping that he goes home and has a wank over me. Well, that's good. Clap for the NHS workers.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
They are key workers after all.
Absolutely, yeah. And students need to feel too.
God.
That was a good confession. I like that.
That was a good confession.
Yeah.
These are the ones that I like.
Everyone ends up happy. Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy. So next one says, I was outed by my family dog. How? Let's read it. Over the summer, we were having a birthday party for one of our kids at the house. My husband and my parents was there with my husband's sister and my sister with their respected others. It's not uncommon for our dog to run around the house with toys in her mouth wanting to play. She really does this more when we have company over. I nearly died when she came running from our bedroom with my black suction cup dildo in her mouth and dropped it on the floor in front of absolutely everyone. Needless to say, I quickly jumped up and grabbed it and took it back to the bedroom. Making it worse was the fact that it wasn't something my husband even knew about either. Oh, this has got to be my favourite confession in months.
Oh, wow. Outed by your dog.
Not only has the dog dropped the big suction cup dildo in front of the mother, the father, your kids, your sister and her partner, and your husband and his brother and his partner. Your husband didn't even know that you had this giant suction cup dildo either. That, for me, I want that dog on this podcast. That's brilliant.
Well, let's hope the dog didn't have any illnesses or anything. Can you imagine?
I bet that dog knew what he was doing.
That bitch didn't give me dinner. I'll show her.
Mrs. No Treats. I'll show you, Mrs. No Treats.
Brilliant. Always here for the dogs.
I love that
Always
one.
for the dogs.
Oh, that was good. I like that one. The next one, I kept hitting up this grimy girl because she liked anal. A couple of years ago, I'd met a girl on Tinder who I hooked up with for 8 months. She was chubby AF and smelt like fryer oil.
Some people will get up to that.
No personal hygiene whatsoever. She was always coming or going to work, which was at a kitchen at a bar. Okay, well that makes more sense why she smells like fryer oil then. But she wore dirty clothes, showered very little and rarely shaved. Hold on, what would you see in this girl then?
Maybe that's his particular type.
Here we go. She was cool to chill and smoke with, but she could certainly do better with herself. But this big girl could take it up the arse like a fucking champ.
I saw that Grease.
The only reason I kept hitting her up because she would only let me hit it raw if I finished in her, because she wasn't on birth control and I would beat that ripe, greasy shit her up 5 days a week. And I loved it. This guy, I love his way with words. I really didn't think she was attractive enough for a relationship, and she didn't seem to mind the friend with benefit situation. Though I'm sure she didn't know the only thing on my mind was having her bent over doggy with a rancid arse crack spread open, letting me dig in that ass.
Oh my God.
The way it hugged my... Oh God, this guy. The way it hugged my penis when I was ejaculating kept me coming back. No pun intended there. After 8 months, she started ghosting me, presumably for a guy who actually wanted to date her, which is probably for the better because all I wanted from her was anal sex. Oh my gosh.
That's another quite good confession. Pat.
Ripe, the way he said that she's got a ripe crack. Maybe she was using the air fryer as lube.
Well, that's what I suggested.
2 for 1, see?
Maybe, yeah. That saves on buying any lubricant.
That is fucking funny.
Chip fat.
Oh, that was a good one. I'm liking them this week. They're good. They're good. Next one, I accidentally flashed my son-in-law. As the title suggests of his confession, I accidentally flashed my son-in-law. For context, I'm in my late 40s and he's in university. I just got out of the shower and was walking about the house in a towel. He was sitting on the sofa and asked me to grab him a drink when I was in the kitchen. And I bought him a drink, but as I went to hand it to him, I almost dropped it. I flinched to grab it, and that's when my towel dropped. He saw everything. Fanny right in line with face. Traumatised, I'm very sure. Saw his mother-in-law's vagina.
Well, maybe he's the same guy who's nipped his
Just
mum.
about to say that.
Maybe he came back for more.
I don't know why, but she was quite eloquent in the way she worded that. So I assume it's this really lovely middle class woman. Accidentally flashed a gash to her son-in-law.
Yeah, not like a right bum cheeks like the last guy.
Well, they're very different because she just got out of the shower.
There we go.
How would you navigate that though? I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's an innocent mistake. What can you do?
I think the best thing you can do in that situation is just both laugh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. You saw me, Baps. Oh, that's where she gets that from.
I see one where Dad likes
Yeah,
you.
you both got saloon doors for vagina lips, ain't you? Look. Now I know where she gets it from. That's a cute one.
Yeah,
It's
that's quite a cute one.
harmless.
Yeah, that's quite a cute one.
Right, next one. Oh my god. This one's... She's named herself Filthy Meg.
Filthy Meg, okay. Not quite Mystic
Come
Meg.
on then, Filthy Meg. This afternoon I made lunch for me and my brother. Just easy mac and cheese, nothing fancy. Anyway, I finished preparing it, but then I really needed to go to wee. So I got my little brother to dish it up. As I was walking back downstairs, he was jerking off over my bowl. I just stood there and was shocked and didn't know what to do. I'm still kind of shocked, to be honest. I was about to scream at him and confront him, but just as I was about to, he ejaculated all over my bowl. I actually got quite turned on by this and decided not to say anything. I just walked down for the stairs and he was mixing the pasta together. We ate together, mindful of his jizz, completely normal. To be honest, I didn't notice anything, maybe a bit more salty and bleachy taste, but nothing out of the ordinary. He asked me what I thought and I said I wasn't sure. But it seemed more creamy than usual and that I really liked it. Oh my, what is it wrong with these people doing stuff like this?
I mean, I don't know who's worse in that situation, the brother or her. I don't know who to look down on more.
Well, if she came down and screamed and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'd say he was worse. At this point,
Yeah, but she didn't. I find nice that she didn't say anything, but then she ate it.
the fact that she said to him as well, "It's nice. It's just a little bit creamier than usual."
Jizz'll do that.
I've heard of soggy biscuit, but that's usually with your mates, isn't it?
Soggy mac and cheese.
God. That's what it tasted a bit more salty and bleachy, but nothing out the ordinary. Oh my god!
So we've had soggy mac and cheese, doggy fish and chips.
Feces in your spaghetti bolognese.
No, this is
This is one restaurant I'd love Gordon Ramsay to go to. That's for sure. Jesus. Thank God I don't eat things like this because I'd never be able to look at it in the same way.
This is the perfect dietary plan.
Oh, there's one more.
Right.
So he says, "This is a confession of mine. I've not really confessed it to anyone before, but I'm addicted to my ex's breast milk." Fucking hell.
Oh, wash down all that soggy mac and cheese.
Just before I read this last one out, I would say that this segment is called the Slutty Confession segment, and it's usually slutty.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this segment this week should be called the Slutty Confessions segment.
Hungry confessions.
I don't know. I'm enjoying the sidebar from being purely... Well, I mean, a lot of it is sexual, but some of these have been funny. But anyway, this has been bothering me for a while now, and I need to get this off my chest, like she did. For context, me and my ex had a very unique relationship. My ex and I met when I was in a very dark place at university, and we got on extremely well. Eventually, she told me she had induced lactation and wanted me to have it. Long story short, I would consume her milk pretty much every day, and I loved it, and even started to use it as a distraction from my dark place. Even after we mutually broke up and stayed really close, we continued the breast milk side of our relationship, and she'd either give me her pumped milk or breastfed me. After a while, I started dating my current girlfriend, and I still find myself craving my ex's milk. I thought this craving would pass, but it hasn't. So I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she was extremely understanding. She knows how much of a bad place I was in when I met my ex, and she understands that my ex's milk was a coping strategy. She suggested that I could continue to get milk from my ex, as her and I are still friends, as long as that is all it is. I'm not sure if this is too much and crossing the cheating line, or if it will actually help. I love my current girlfriend truly and fully believe that she is my life partner, but I do miss the closeness and comfort that my ex's milk used to give me, and I feel such an arsehole for missing it, and I feel like a terrible boyfriend even though my girlfriend says she understands and it's okay. Not sure how I'll get over this feeling or if I should take my girlfriend up on her offer. I'm very conflicted and very confused. I don't know what to believe on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, at the start of it I thought like it was hilarious, and then I thought it was a bit weird, but now I just feel a little bit sorry for this guy.
For him, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go so far to say it's cheating, because like he's been very open and honest with his current girlfriend. Like, it is weird, but
yeah, I mean,
but even listen, even babies need to go past breast milk. Like,
yeah, there comes a time, exactly.
With the powdered milk,
yeah,
it's a formula.
Or just normal milk.
It's time to grow up, mate.
That's right. Most boyfriends like, babe, I'm going to play football the Thursday evening. Babe, I'm going to the cinema with some mates. Babe, we're going to Fernando's. Not, babe, we're going to go suck my ex-girlfriend's titties and get some milk. Yeah,
I don't know. Fine. I don't know in what world that became a coping mechanism, but
I mean, if it did and it got him out of a dark place, then fantastic. That's great. Don't want anyone to be in a dark place. Do I think that you should be trying to find an alternative remedy?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I do.
I don't think you should be going around your exes for some breast milk.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Time to turn the tit off.
Yeah. Although, like, full marks to the current girlfriend for being so understanding, because I would flip a lid.
That's what I mean.
I would flip a lid.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can get on board with that. I don't know. I've never sucked a titty. I never planned to suck a titty.
You've never sucked a titty?
Well, obviously my mum when I was a kid, but...
So you... Wait, hold on.
As a child. As a child. As a child.
So you've never had a little...
Not like proper suck on it. No. I've licked a few in my time.
I licked a couple of areolas in my time, but not sucked on a titty. Yeah. Oh God, it gets worse and worse every fucking week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, confessions. Yeah, that's all of them.
We served up quite a menu of
a menu would be a way to describe it. I wouldn't necessarily they were slutty ones this week. It's nice for the change, but yeah. I'm feeling a little bit sick now, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so 5 days to go until until curtain up.
Yeah, indeed.
There's lots of fun and surprises along the way. So please, if you haven't got a ticket yet, please, you can go to our website and get tickets that way. www.rbtwthepodcast.com. You can find us on Eventbrite by just searching Read Between the Wines, the live one for charity, or find us on social media. There will be links in our personal Instagrams as well as the podcast Instagram as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you can get tickets. So yeah, please do. And if you have got tickets, we are very excited to see you. And look out for an email probably tomorrow.
Yes, probably tomorrow.
Look out for an email in your inboxes tomorrow with just some general event information, things to expect, and the location for the little after party.
Yeah, indeed.
Where we would love to see you all and have a drink with you. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you for listening. You can always find us on Spotify, Amazon Prime, Audible, Apple Podcasts, all streaming platforms, as well as the website. Or you can find us on our social media at...
You can find us at RBTW Official on TikTok, RBTW Podcast on Instagram.
Or RBTW the Podcast on X as well. The filthy one. But yeah, please always continue to like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your enemies, put it on in the bedroom.
Give us their number, we'll call them.
Yeah, I've heard it's a real... it's a real... a lovely way into foreplay. It's definitely a fucking mood kill.
But until next week.
Until the episode next week, but if you cannot wait for the next episode and you want to come and see a live one, come and see us on Friday.
Yeah, head down to Woolwich.
To Woolwich at the TRAMSHED Theatre this Friday from 7:30 p.m. for a real good show in honour and aid of a very important charity.
Absolutely.
So on that note, we shall see you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.